All right, took me a second to start the show after that. Promo reel for SodaCon 2025. This is the Automotive State of the Union. I'm Paul J. Daly. It's Kyle Mounts here. Today we're talking about dealership buy sells, Hyundai charging upgrades, and back to school sales already. School hasn't even ended yet. We have gone full ridiculous in the retail world.
I'm just gonna tip a hat to my wife. We homeschool. School has ended. We ended school last Friday. They went full. You know what that's like. You got kids that like they get ahead, you know. So
now
went.
This is when you're like, see all your other friends in school. We're gonna go to the park today.
We're gonna go to the park. That's exactly
beautiful.
what they've been doing this week.
Absolutely.
So you know, we're in summer, even though it's 48 degrees here somehow.
It's good. That makes me feel better because it's like cold and rainy. It's a little bit warmer than 48 actually, but it's raining all week. But it's the perfect time to wear a scarf, just like this.
Look at that.
Yeah, SodaCon 2025. Soccer scarves came in that everyone at the event is going to get. Hold on, let me show this thing off.
Oh yeah, get it there. Oh, if you're only on audio, you are missing a treat. You're missing a gem. Thanks to TrueCar for partnering with us on that, making sure that everybody can have that dropped around their neck. It looks so good.
Bingo. So good. Got TrueCar on one side, SodaCon on the other, and just a beautiful woven scarf. Look, you don't come for the scarf, but you definitely get the scarf. It's like going to
what you come for, though, is the thing on your dome right now. That flat brim hat with the More Than Cars thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm rocking this one, too.
You come for that. You come for that. I'm coming for that. I'm going to find one when I get there, because I don't have one yet.
We are going to be claimed as the official outfitters of the retail auto industry.
There you go.
I'm gonna put that one in a bucket right now and call it like I see it. Yeah, we got all the good stuff coming for you. But mostly the good stuff are the people and the ideas and the concepts we're going to be talking about. Hundreds of dealers, hundreds of industry partners. We actually have like 100 speakers and panelists this year, going across 4 different stages. Opening keynote, Claude Silver. Really great food. Listen, you don't, like we were saying, like the swag, you're going to have one of the most amazing swag experiences you've ever had at a conference, but it's like going to like a top end steakhouse. You don't go for this hot fudge sundae at the end. You go for the steak, but you really enjoy the hot fudge sundae at the end too.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. All right. We got to get into some news. Are we talking about your fast start thing? Or are we going?
You know what? We should talk about that. I know. I told you to get into, but we're doing with Steve Greenfield, myself, and Steve Greenfield on Thursday, the second morning of the show, early morning, 7 a.m. You're going to be doing a session with Todd Caputo. I'm hanging out with Steve and a bunch of startup entrepreneurs, everybody in early stage, pre-seed A, under 20 employees, people that are just trying to figure out how to get in the landscape. And it's probably going to turn into a support group. There might be some crying.
You get startup entrepreneurs together. There's all kinds of pent up emotion that they just don't have had time to think about.
Speaking of pent up emotion,
segue into the first story.
Just like that.
All right. Though Q1 saw a dip in dealership buy sell activity, the Presidio Group sees the rest of 2025 heating up with election season uncertainty now in the rear view. Dealers may be ready to get back to the negotiating table. Q1 had 82 transactions involving 106 dealerships, down from 90 last year, 90 transactions same time, and 175 stores last year. So definitely moving on the downward slope, but not terrible. Election year slowed activity, but momentum is now rebounding, with Presidio saying the pipeline is robust and expecting a strong summer-fall season of deal making. Presidio President George Karolis said that tariffs are adding complexity, especially around brand valuation and sourcing strategies. However, many dealers already looking past tariffs, and there are more buyers than sellers in the current market. So seller's market for sure. Here's a quote from Sonic Automotive President Jeff Dyke. Says, certainly tariffs have come up. If anything, maybe we're buying a little bit of time just to see what happens over the next 90 days before we finalize some transactions. So, still very healthy activity.
Here's some additional context to this. We talked to Alan Haig at the New York Auto Show. He said multiple times to us that they've had buyers come in over list or over what the seller was expecting to get. So it's definitely a seller's market. The other thing that I know is on the table, and I don't think is reported in the Q1 numbers, is the Asbury purchase of Herb Chambers that we all know about. But that doesn't close till I think later this month or June is what they originally had stated. So that'll come in Q2. And then, with the election stuff in the rear view and kind of like things getting a bit steadier, and potentially sellers getting a bit wary of the next 12 months amidst all the tariff conversations. Sellers might go heavier into market in the summer months, depending on how their springs have gone. And you definitely got buyers out there. We know all the publics are still in buying mode. We know a lot of the mid majors are still in buying mode. So I think that Presidio is right. From my perspective and knowing kind of the landscape, that we'll see an accelerated pace of buy sell activity, and especially even just in Q2.
We've talked about this before, and like you mentioned, we did talk to Alan just a few weeks ago. George is always a great source in Presidio Group. Also, our friends over at Kerrigan, like we have some really great buy-sell organizations that serve this industry.
Yep.
And this is very healthy activity, not because people are distress selling. It's just because people are looking to get more efficient and have more leverage. We've talked about that before, but I think it's just a great sign for the industry, the health, even the perspective of people saying, look, we're looking past the tariffs. We understand we're dealing with this complexity right now, but we know that it's really a vote of confidence that we know we'll figure it out, because we always figure it out. Speaking of figuring it out,
Segue
Time.
Don't sleep on this brand, fam. Don't sleep on this brand.
Hyundai EV drivers just got a serious charging upgrade with tighter app integration and support for plug and charge operation at Tesla superchargers, now including the Ioniq lineup. Now it's catching up to the Tesla user experience. New software upgrades bring the My Hyundai app support for Tesla ChargePoint, EVgo, and Iona. Plug and charge is now available on the Ioniq 5, Ioniq 9, and future EVs. And then basically what this means is that you just pull up to the charger. You don't have to open your phone, open your app. You just plug the thing in and you go sit back in your car or go get a drink. App features include route planning, charger location, direct in-app payments. Older Hyundai EVs can still access superchargers with an adapter. However, the Kona EV is not yet supported. Oh, that little one. Oh,
Yeah.
The upgrade is looking to make EV charging as easy as gassing up.
This is the innovation that everyone's looking for. First of all, just the app support for 4 different charger networks inside the My Hyundai app is a big deal. But then, the pull up and go, that's actually easier than gas. And I think this is a place where EV charging networks have the opportunity, is like, I know the car, I'm connected to the technology. Why don't I just tie that in? I already have my payment details saved. There's no need to get your card out, tap, approve. Yes.
It's a pain.
Pick the right one, accidentally pick the 89 over the 80. It's just, it should know exactly what that car needs, how fast it needs to charge it, how to charge you for the bill. It's going to speed it up. This is what's interesting here. All right. You know how you kind of in your area, what the price point of the gas, I know the cheapest gas to get,
right? I think
right?
most people know, right? You go to that gas station.
This is, in my opinion, going to be the unlock for the EV charging network, because I don't think that actually lower prices is necessary. It's higher convenience. And so the EV charging networks and the branded apps that can increase convenience can overcharge for experience. And that's always been the case no matter what vertical you're in. And I think EVs have that opportunity.
Oh, that's a great insight. If you haven't, I made a post last week about plugging my F-150 Lightning in at the Tesla superchargers, and I felt like the Android user at the iPhone party. I almost felt like the one that caused the green bubble.
It was so good.
I know, it looks so out of place too, because it's a big pickup truck next to all the Model Ys. And what I did notice when I after I was done charging, I went and I pulled because I had some work to do. And so I just stayed in the truck and did it, because the F-150 Lightning has this center desk that pulls out. It's amazing. So I was just sitting there doing some work, and I watched a guy back his Model Y up, get out of the truck, get out of the vehicle as nonchalantly as you can imagine, not even look at the charge pump, grab the charging, plug off the charger without literally even looking, just put it in the back of his car and kept walking right back into his car, shut the door, and pulled up his phone to start being on his phone. And I didn't even realize it was that easy in a Tesla that you could just literally pull up, plug it in, not touch anything. And the fact, like you said, it's very easy. And if these cars integrate like that, it is definitely shaves a few minutes off the experience, just like that. Like you said, at the gas pump, you're getting the card out, you're scanning it, you're picking, you're waiting for the pump to register.
Half the time it doesn't work. You're wondering if you're getting identity stolen. I mean, it's a lot,
So, EVs a little out of fashion these days, but this is the part where I think the actual adoption of it just slowly gets incrementally better. and more people try it because more and more people drive, and it will hopefully just over the next 5 to 10 years become a very good alternative. It's not going to eliminate ICE engines, but it's a great alternative. I'm enjoying mine.
Not at all.
Speaking of not at all, who's ready for back to school shopping?
Paul's not ready at all.
What are we talking about? What's next? A Black Friday sale?
What do we even do? Oh, that's already happening. I think Black Friday style sales start on Friday. Hey, as tariffs loom large, outlet mall giant Tanger is speeding up its seasonal strategy. The company's early back to school campaign kickoff is June 1, tapping into consumer concerns over rising prices and potential supply shortfalls. Tanger CEO Steven Yalof says that early shopping means better deals and availability. The campaign targets 10 million Tanger Club members with urgent messaging and marks a pivot from last year's late July start. So they're getting like 2 months on that thing. Other retailers like Fashion Nova and Bice are also urging pre-tariff purchases. Yalof said if they can make decisions early and shop early, then they can take advantage of getting the products they want at the price they want. This is going to be, I think we're going to start to see a lot of this conversation. Obviously, auto picked it up in like late March on the buy before tariffs hit, but we're going to see a lot of, CPG type stuff start to hit quick as well.
I mean, I really think in this case, it's probably solely a marketing message because
absolutely.
Tariffs are in place. I don't think you're going to get things cheaper in June than you're going to get them in August. So I think this is just a marketing play. And again, like you said, automotive has been on this, but literally before the tariffs hit. And I think it's a smart move to try to push things forward. We'll see how successful it is because sometimes it's so far ahead that you think of the people who have the disposable income where they would be able to push $1,000 or $2,000 worth forward 2 or 3 months before they need it. Those are more likely also the people that actually aren't worried about the 10 to 20% price increase and won't feel it. So I feel like there's a disparity there. I don't think it's going to be that successful. I mean, you got to try something. So they're trying something. But
also this just in the second week of June, they're starting their Christmas sales.
Oh, hold on. This also just in. I just heard that we are offering pre-tariff pricing on all Soducon tickets for every dealer that wants to come to Soducon.
There you go. Get them.
Go to Soducon.com. Well, I'm sure we'll talk about tariffs, but we're talking about a lot of other stuff too. Soducon.com. We hope you can make it next week with us, but we will see you right here tomorrow.